Was this the place? Hey there, little leaf. Is this the Silent Halls? Hello? Oh, hello there. You know if this is the Silent Halls? A willow said I could find it out this way, but trees aren't great with directions. What with staying in one place their whole lives and whatnot. Yes and no. I'm here because I'm looking for a Harada creeper seed. Don't come by those very... well, ever. Heard the wild elves kept a seed in Blackwood. Nobody remembers that, of course, except the trees. But listening to them gets me all fuzzy. That's what I said, isn't it? Got to be in the right state of mind for tree speaking. Just gets my thoughts in a jumble. I could use a clear head right now. Like yours. What say you help me find the Harada seed? I'll make it worth your while. Guess I should introduce myself then. Unless you're some sort of vision guide, then you probably know who I am. What was I saying? Oh right, I'm Adrahon, herbalist, arborist, all-around friend of the green. Green as grass, why do you ask? Oh, you mean with my head? That's just because of the tree speaking. Most folks can't hear trees. Not really sure about those Argonians, but trees can tell you things if you know how to listen. The secret's in the leaves. Most folk think communing with nature is all about sitting by streams and meditating. But if you really want to open your mind to tree speaking, you've got to start thinking like them. That's where the leaves come in. Of course! The green leaves leaves all around like little invitations. You just got to learn how to use them and open your mind. Then you'll really see all the things you've been missing in the world. The Harada creeper. Never seen one myself. But then again, most folks haven't. They only grow in the Deadlands. And even then they're persnickety. But when they do, they really do. Most variety of Harada root only get about elf height, though. To cultivate, of course. Bet that's a plant with some good stories to tell. I read in one of Devaith Fear's books that it's got wondrous properties for medicinal purposes. And that's a mer who knows his salves from his Sujama, eh? Well, I suppose it could be poisonous. Oh, you mean like could it grow all over and make a mess of your garden like stranglers? Well, I bet it grows like crazy somewhere that isn't all ash pits and lava. But I'm going to keep mine in planters. Oh no, I came here to learn about his trees. The Argonians hold them sacred as the green, so I figure they're trees worth meeting. You don't find those in Valenwood. I was trying to get introduced to one when I heard about the wild elves. What's the word? Aliens, I think, if you want to be proper. Used to be all over before the Empire wiped them out. Bad blood between them, what with the Daedra worship and enslaving. But some good might come of it if they kept a seed here. The Harada creeper. Never seen one myself. But then again, most folks haven't. They only grow in the Deadlands. And even then they're persnickety. But when they do, they really do. Most variety of Harada root only get about elf height, though. That's right, a weed straight out of oblivion! the likes of which no mortal has ever seen. But if there's a seed kept in these ruins, that could all change. This is the find to end all finds. And the trees never steered me wrong before. Oh, ah, oh, there's something unpleasant going on, all right. The foliage is real restless around here, and loud. That's definitely a Harada creeper vine. Now, if only we can find its roots. Must be around. Just a dizzy spell. Comes on strong when the trees don't know how to use their inside voice. And most don't. We should take a look around these ruins. See what all the commotion's about. Oh, right, you can't hear it. Feels like we walked right into the middle of an argument. Liable to split my head if they don't settle down for a moment. I don't know what's got the flora in a tizzy here, but it sounds like trouble. Not your average termites and weevils, I can tell you that much. The kind that makes you scream bloody murder. Never felt anything like it. Better be careful. More Harada vines. Try pulling them up. Huh, nope, still no roots. This creeper's done quite some creeping. Let's keep looking. There we go. Get it by the base and give it a good pull. Still no roots. Hey, it's quieted down quite a bit out here. Hello? No, not you. Shush a moment. Ooh. I get what all the hollering was about. That creeper's strangling a tree around here. It's calling for help, but no one's answering. Well, except us now. Well, we can't just leave this nasty oblivion weed with all these helpless greens. Let's dig it up. Maybe I can transplant it. All we're finding out here are vines. I'll bet the heart of the Harada creeper took root near that tree. No? But I reckon I can find it. Sounds like it's calling from deeper in the ruin. Thought I saw an entrance over that way. Let's give it a try. Sulzan, they're a nasty bunch. Looks like they're doing alchemy here, with the Arada vines. Let's see what they're up to. Looks like they've been harvesting the Arada vines. Awful lot of them. Yuck! Paper! Turns my stomach to think of some poor tree being hacked to bits and pulverized so folk can tattoo their taxes onto them. Wait, I don't think Sulzan keep ledgers. Some kind of alchemical concoction. Made from the creeper, I reckon. I heard the Sulzan were raiders, but I didn't imagine they'd be interested in this sort of equipment. Looks like they're using it to refine the Arada they're collecting into some kind of concoction. In Gideon, when I was trying to get introduced to a hist, good-natured Argonian warned me which parts of Blackwood were most dangerous. Sulzan territory most of all. Nasty bunch. Got nothing but war and slaughter on their minds. Bit of a thorny trail we're on, yeah? But hostile Argonians making potions out of a plant from Oblivion seems like all the more reason to find that creeper and get it out of here. Besides, that poor tree's still begging for us to help. Yeah, or at least that's the impression I get. Tree speaking ain't easy, you know. Even Valenwood trees are all rhymey-wimey with their communication. I haven't quite got the Blackwood dialect down yet. Getting that creeper solves everything. Well, someone's been here recently. Let's keep an eye out while we look for the creeper. There's definitely some creepy creeper tingles in here. I think we're on the right trail.
Help! Please!
Oh, You hear that? Tree's finally speaking clearly.
Over here!
Oh, wait. It's a person!
Whoever you are, please, help! They have my family! Sulzan ambushed the caravan we were with, dragged everyone here, tried to escape, but they caught us, killed anyone who resisted, left me for dead, put the survivors back to work. Harvesting, chopping, grinding some fiendish nettles into powder. They mix it into some concoction, turns those brutes into monsters, more than they already are. Watched some tear each other to pieces. Don't think they felt any of it. Lucky them. In the heart of the ruin, where that horrid vine grows, they feed it our blood. Bleed us like pigs. Please, don't let any more of us wind up like that.
That's horrible. We've got to do something. You heard that, right? The Sulzan aren't just harvesting the Aradavans. They're cultivating it. It's worse than I thought. Gorging it and letting it grow wild, and ravage the native growth, all so they can reap its vines for their nasty alchemy. That'd be horrid enough. But they're using these poor folk for labor and fertilizer. We've got to do something. Right. She did, didn't she? Well, we'd better set them free before those Sulzan kill anyone else. The Creeper's not going anywhere. If they help me, it's everywhere. And so are the prisoners. I'll climb up to the folk on those trellises. You get the ones on the ground. Let's hurry.
Levine, is that you? By Beck, Levine really found someone to help. Thank you,
There
stranger.
You go. Follow your friend down there and get out of here.
If you're here to help, please, did Mother send you? I can't wait to see her again.
Don't feed me too! Wait. Thank the divines. I thought I'd die down here.
Let me climb down. I've got something to tell you. That's all the caravanners except Bavine. But there's still one more in need of a rescue here. I can still hear the creeper fighting with that tree for one. And the tree's losing. We've got to do something about the vine strangling its roots and kill the creeper. Yeah, that was before I saw it. The Sulzan have grown it so out of control that we'd never uproot the creeper intact. And we can't just leave it. I don't know what kind of weed killer would work on Harada, but just take all I've got and stop it. The heart of the Harada creeper should be a big bulb with roots extending out. Reach in there and yank out its seed pod. Then pour those poisons all around the roots. That should kill it and keep any more from sprouting. I'll catch up with you soon. Those two dark elves are Bavine's husband and son. She was still alive when we left her, but with her injuries, she'll be as good as dead without help. Don't know if I can save her, but I can try. Now head through there and rescue that tree for me. You all just get yourselves to safety. We'll handle the rest.
These monsters have been working us non-stop. I was this close to breaking before you showed up, but I would have taken one or two with me.
I want to quit this wretched place. But after all that digging, I need a moment to catch my breath.
Please. My wife risked her life to get us help. If there's any chance you can save Bavine, I beg you.
Your body will feed the Harada.
What's that? Oh, feeling a bit better then? Don't mention it. Huh? Oh, sorry. Was just listening to our new tree friend. And a history at that. Been wanting to talk to one for ages. It says thanks, by the way. Well, it doesn't really say anything, but I get the impression it's right grateful you saved it. She's barely hanging on. Even my strongest medicine wouldn't do much for her. It'd take a miracle to... What's that? Aha. Oh, well, that's great! This whole adventure was really bringing me down until now. The East says the creeper's seeds could do the trick. Did you manage to get the pod? What's that? Oh, they did? Well, there you go. We can... Oh, but then that'd really be it for the creeper. No, that was rhetorical. Gosh. If it were the green, wouldn't be a question. The plant comes first. The pack doesn't count here. But if I grow my own creeper, I can get more seeds and make more medicines. Looking at her now, though, I just don't know. Yeah, you're right. Even the tree knows that. What do you mean it's not for you to decide? What made you think I was qualified? Oh, right, I should hurry. I'll mix up a medicine and hope for the best. We'll meet you outside with the others. I'll need a moment to whip something together with these seeds, but we'll be right behind you.
Phew. That salve's like Red Mountain in my veins. I've got it from here.
Wish I could have saved some for my own head. I'm just going to have a sit down over here.
Baveen, where have you been? We thought you'd be waiting for us, but...
I didn't think I'd see either of you again. I almost didn't. We have that little wood elf and his friend for that. I thought you were going to be the last person I ever saw, Sarah. Next thing I know, that wood elf's got me choking down some fetching awful mixture and babbling about trees. Set only knows what that's all about, but I'm grateful nonetheless. Mostly healed, and what hasn't, I barely notice. I don't know what he gave me, but I feel like I beat a Nixox in a wrestling match right now. That damn thing? Don't know how I feel about having any part of that fiendish weed inside me, but I was as good as dead otherwise. I know that down in my bones, so I won't complain. I'm just glad to see my family alive and free. Thank you both.
Look what they did to her! To my mother! They nearly killed her! Killed all of us! They won't get away with it. It may not be now, but one day I'll make these fetchers pay for what they did to us.
I feared the worst when no one was here waiting for us. There were almost half a dozen that tried to escape. I prayed that they'd make it to freedom. I prayed and prayed. The three must have heard us, even out here.
Well, at least someone's happy after all this. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be alive. But all I feel is numb after all I've been through. You saw how they had us. Chained up, tending to that thing. Working my hands raw as its angry thorns raked at my skin. There was no escape from it. I could feel the vines slithering around my neck as I tried to sleep. Hungry. I need to rest.
Looks like Gideon isn't far from here. Once we've tended to our wounds, we'll make our way there. Nice tusking work in there, by the way.
Coin's blessing to you, hero. I did not think we would ever see her sky again.
Those Susan are savages. We owe you and your friend our lives, Walker.
So, that's an adventure, eh? Think I prefer my garden if I'm honest. Does feel pretty good though, helping folk. Shame about that creeper. But I did finally get to meet a hist, so that's something. What's a priceless specimen compared to those smiling faces, eh? Does leave me feeling guilty for hesitating, but I'm glad you were here to set me right. Told you I needed that clear head of yours. Here's a little something for letting me borrow it. Oh, shame I didn't have a longer chat with that hist. But we've probably overstayed our welcome as it is. Even with their creeper dead, there's no telling what those crazy Suzon will do next. Could go for a nap and some pine nuts until my head clears, but won't find much peace and quiet here. Think I'll follow Bavine and her family. Maybe head back to Gideon. Got a fern friend who'll want to hear about all this.
You know, whatever it was that wood elf friend of yours mixed up has put more pep in my step than a scrib on a lava flow. I'd love to buy a whole sack of the stuff, but he said I got the last of it. Shame. That stuff would put skooma off the market.
Not sure my arm will ever quite be the same. But thanks to you, one day I can come back and return the favor to a few of those Sulzan savages. I'll never forget what you've done for my family, stranger.
Thanks again for what you did for my family, Sarah. We all survived this trial because of you. And somehow Bavine seems healthier than ever. Whatever medicine that little wood elf made must have been miraculous.
Well, at least someone's happy after all this. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be alive. But all I feel is numb after all I've been through.
Those Suzon are savages. We owe you and your friend our lives, Walker.
Coin's blessing to you, hero. I did not think we would ever see her sky again.
Looks like Gideon isn't far from here. Once we've tended to our wounds, we'll make our way there. Nice tusking work in there, by the way.